Okay. What's going on? Hi, Brandon. What's going on? Boo. Why boo? What did I do? Is Graham streaming right now or something? If he is, I am not aware. Oh. That was a good one. You got me. I'm frightened. You at least got me frightened that I was streaming at the same time as Graham again. So. Okay. So I'm gonna try to have a live timer in the upper left. You should be able to see it there. Let me know if that's big enough. Oh. Thing is, I don't want it to be too big. Sorry, now I'm doing 42 because I feel like 44 has been going poorly for whatever reason. It might just be like a mental block around it or something. But also, I just feel like I need to prepare for the competition now, and I need to start doing the number that I'm realistically going to be doing. So this is going to be 42. I tried to change the title. I don't know if it updated, but I realized I started streaming with it saying Unofficial 44 Cube multi-blind from before. Yeah, so I don't want the timer to be too big because for me, I don't want to really be able to see it too well. I want to not really be thinking about my time during this attempt, which has helped me in the past. So I'm going to still use the stopwatch just because it kind of simulates competition well. But I'm gonna flip the stopwatch over so that I can't see it, but it's gonna be like there, I guess, if I need it, if I really feel like I'm going slow. But really, my opinion now is, while I kind of like seeing the timer to push my speed and stuff and know where I am compared to certain splits, I feel like it's just not really helpful, because even if you feel like you're falling behind, you look at the timer, what are you going to do? You're just going to rush during a memo that's probably not going well anyway. So that's right. 42 is the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Definitely after next week, I'm going to have to start doing bigger attempts, though, I think. Or maybe I'll try something else, but I need to push my memo somehow. Another thing I want to say before I start is just to kind of prepare you guys. I'm probably going to start streaming a little less often because I feel like I need to do some attempts off the streams. I've been streaming every attempt I've been doing lately, and I think it's too much. I need to have some attempts where I can just kind of push myself, practice how I want, try new things, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the stream for attempts where I'm going for accuracy, going for what I'm going to do in competition. So, which I guess is actually a good thing, because you'll probably start seeing some better attempts on the streams, hopefully. But I'll probably still be streaming like at least once a week or so. Once every other week, maybe, sometimes, but so I know probably some people would want me to stream every attempt, but that's just the way it goes. I gotta do what's best for my improvement, and I think I need to start doing probably most of my attempts off the streams, but I'll still do once a week or so on the stream. But it's still great for preparing for competition. I just think that for the attempts where I'm trying to push myself, it's not really useful because I'm not. That's not supposed to be like an official attempt anyway. But don't worry, there will still be streams, just less often probably. So there's that. What else? Is there anything else I want to mention? Probably not. I'm hoping that would be great. But in response to Brandon's stream, 40 out of 42, 57-21, I'd definitely be happy. That would be very good. Hoping even better would be better though. I'm doing well. The recent practice hasn't been good, but that's the way it goes. I'm definitely feeling like I gotta play catch up with Shivam now. He's very fast. I mean, 43 out of 46 is insane. Like, I am not there yet, so just need to get there. That's what it is. But I'm feeling optimistic about improvement in the future and stuff. So practice recently has been going well, but that's the way it goes, and that's part of why I'm gonna start doing some attempts off the streams. I think that might help a little bit, but still, it's still very helpful for preparing for competitions. So. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'll probably start pretty soon here. Let's see. Oh, I also have I have multi-phase on, so what it's probably going to be very. I think you can see to the right of the time there. You can see like the splits where I tried it before to make sure it was working. So you should see it split at memo, assuming I remember to hit it, but it'll probably be very small. So I don't know, but I'll try to remember to hit that at least. Thank you for the good luck. I appreciate it. Too small to see the splits. Let me. Maybe like that. I think that's. I don't know if it's up to you. Let me know if that's big enough. I don't think it's too big to be intrusive. Okay, cool. So yeah, I think this will be, no matter how this goes, this will be good for me to do an attempt now that's, preparing for the competition, the number I plan to do, just going for accuracy and hopefully sub-hour. And yeah, so I think bad or good, this is going to be nice to get back into this for this week at least, and then I can do crazy experiments and pushing my memo and stuff and whatnot. Okay. I guess we're good then. Sure, I have the window focused. This is a duplicate scramble. Second scramble.
wrong. So, time on the stopwatch shows 59:21. I would say I spent a long time trying to remember that one cube. Glasses. Seriously, I have no idea where my glasses are. Here they are. Okay, so thought I did that at the memo split. I guess I didn't hit the right key or something. I mean, I can't see anything without my glasses, so it makes it significantly harder to find them. So I mean, in terms of points, obviously not good, but I think my memo was a lot stronger this time. It felt a lot better. I don't know exactly what the memo time was, because apparently I missed hitting the split. Also, I stopped that late, so the time was something like 59-ish, with forgetting that one cube and trying to remember it for like 2 minutes or something. That's decent. Funny images, not really, actually. What I can think of not as funny as grams they mentioned in that one stream. So I think these were, okay, so this one's weird because there's a twist, so I don't think it was just that I did one move wrong. A lot of these were like one move. It's 3 edges, 3 points. I'll have to check these DNFs. Sometimes I find it hard to get motivated to check 7-ish DNFs, but I probably should this time, because some of these strike me as odd. Like 3 edges, 3 corners, I guess just 2 cycles wrong on the same cube, maybe. Maybe something else. This looks like one move. This is also strange because it's like one move plus a corner twisted. So one move, I think. Off by 3 cycles. So in terms of points, not very good at all, but I think this is actually just kind of an encouraging attempt, just in terms of, I thought the memo strength was actually pretty good. I obviously forgot and set aside some cubes, but happened at the start, first 2 cubes. I don't know what you mean. Did I miss those? I wouldn't know. I'm guessing you mean I DNF those, but I wouldn't know why. I would have to check the video. It's very rare for me to know that I made a mistake. I mean, if you know if those were oh, I guess I don't remember. I probably just wait. So it was you're talking about first time memo. Like first I memoed or first I I'm guessing you mean first I memoed. That was probably so let's see, the memo for that was I think I just kind of looked at the corners again or something. I don't know. I guess I do it every once in a while. Especially if I have timer updating off, I feel like a little more free to do stuff like that because I get in the mindset more of just using whatever time I need to memo instead of staying in like strict, these are the splits for do this. I don't know. I mean, I try to obviously maintain a certain review order. Yeah, so accuracy was bad, but I think it was mostly, it looks like it was mostly, if not entirely, execution errors. I mean, except for the cube I forgot, but even this one had 3 edges off. I don't know. You know, it might be that I may have done one I definitely think the live streams are helping with competition nerves. I definitely felt that in Massachusetts. I still had some nerves just because I felt like execution was going really well. Didn't know at PBQ WPI I'm talking about. Felt like I may not have made any mistakes, and that got me a little stressed out. You know, because obviously chance of world record, but I think it helped in general, just with the feeling of, because I feel like a problem I had, probably still have to some extent, but a problem I had before was like memoing a little differently or in a different mindset in competition because I knew the result would be up no matter what it is. So you know if you fail, like people are going to see it and stuff. So I think it's a good way to practice. I would recommend, like, if anyone who can do this or something like this, or like even if it's just like obviously having everyone see everything you're doing is the best simulation of competition. But if you can just at least like post your results somewhere, no matter what they are, or something like that, just to simulate the way a competition result goes up, good or bad, I think it's really helpful. But different people have different problems in competition than me, I think. So that might be kind of a rare one. But that's always been my issue, is the fact that the attempt can be a disaster and like how that's going to be on your profile no matter what and whatnot. I guess it's an obsessive compulsive need to want all my results to be decent. But yeah, so I don't know when I'm gonna do my next attempt. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow, but I don't know. I think that this attempt didn't go poorly due to like any attempts I've done recently. I think it's just like maybe partially that I was a little tired and I wasn't able to focus as much in execution. Because memos seemed to go really well. Like I felt like when I was reviewing, you might have been able to tell I could do a lot of the reviewing without picking up the cubes, which I've been trying to transition to. And I think when I can do it, it's faster. And I'm normally not able to do it because the memo isn't always strong enough. But this time I was able to do it for a lot of the cubes at least. So definitely that's a good thing. I still don't know the memo. Does anyone know what the... I think I saw someone say it was like 53 seconds per cube. Yeah. No, approximately 53 seconds per cube. So that's actually not that great. I mean, it's fine for purposes of... it's fine for purposes of doing 42 at a competition, I guess. It was about like 37.06, I guess. I mean, for me, it seems like 53 is pretty much around what I've been getting, but I definitely want to get to the sub 50 barrier very soon. Especially since Shivam and his 50 cube attempt he did in comp had 39.2 seconds memo per cube, which he does less review than me, but that's still insane. So I gotta really try and figure out what I can do to push my speed dramatically. Like, it's nowhere near where I want it to be. Like, that's good for what I'm doing right now. Around 52 is pretty much what I'd expect, I guess, but it's nowhere near where it should be eventually. That's like the one thing after coming back to practicing that's really not where it should be. Maybe review less. I mean, I'll definitely experiment with it. Probably experiment with what Shivam does. Right now, I think I'd have a hard time with it, but I might like try it in smaller attempts, like maybe do some 16 cube attempts or 24 cube attempts or something like that with doing less review and see if I can get used to it. I mean, I know, like, I think a good attitude to have is that if someone else can do it, like if Shivam can manage reviewing less, I know that it's possible for me to do it. Like, I think that's a good way to think about things. Like, that's how I always thought about it as I was practicing with Mascow. Like, whenever I'd watch a video and see, okay, he does pack of 8 cubes and sub 5, so that means I can do that. Like, maybe not right now, but it's something I can do. So if Shivam is memoing with less review than me, I think there's no reason I wouldn't be able to do that. It's just a question of getting used to that now that my review system is so, I'm so entrenched in what I'm doing. You know, it's just a question of changing those habits and whatnot. Yeah, so definitely after, I'm kind of just of an attitude right now where I kind of want to get next weekend over with. Not like I'm excited to go to the competition. I'm excited to see Graham and stuff, and I love going to competitions and talking to people, so I don't mean it that way. I just mean, like, get, needing to prepare myself for a competition over with so that I can kind of experiment with some things, especially reviewing less, and also maybe do some larger attempts, not have to worry about the time limit. So I think
probably my practice will, if not be better, be more fun after the competition. Yeah, I think I'll go and probably a little later I'll check these DNFs. After an attempt, I'm usually too exhausted to really want to do that because it's tedious work sometimes, especially when you do one move wrong, like looking through, and like usually I'll just do the scramble, and because I have the cube set up the way I have to find which scramble it was in the list, I have to look at those pieces as I go through the solution. Where are they all on one face? So that's gonna be tedious. I don't really want to do that. Yes, I will. So this attempt wasn't terrible in terms of just like not forgetting too much compared to what I've been eating recently. I'll take it. Hopefully I'll get something better tomorrow or the next day or whenever I do an attempt. I'd like to get something good before going to the competition, just for my confidence a little bit. But I mean, I don't know. I don't. On the other hand, I think it's going to be a good competition because I don't care too much about what I get. Like, I have finally a result that I'm happy about. Like, I would always like to improve it, but it's not like before where every competition I was like, please, can I beat the result that I have, you know? So yeah, so probably tomorrow or the next day, I'll stream another attempt. So I'm going to definitely stream my practice this week since I'm preparing for a competition. After that, I'm not going to stream all of my practice. I'll probably stream once a week or once every other week, something like that, like I said. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Yes, I have 3 attempts. That's right, and they're well spread out. So that's pretty exciting. I really want to at least. I kind of want to go for a good mean of 3. I think my official mean of 3 is something pathetic right now, like 16 points. Because anytime I had 3 attempts, I would get like maybe one would be good, and then the others would be like literally like. This was back like, or some of them were back when I was doing like 35, and I'd get like 24 out of 35, or I'd get like one comp. I think I got like 24 out of 42, because part of it was I'm just historically been bad in competition, and the other thing is like a lot of times when there's 3 attempts, they aren't spread out well. But yeah, WR mean would be really nice. I don't actually know what it is. I know Camille has it. But let me look it up real quick. Let's see. What do I need to beat? I don't know which competition was that. I'm guessing Worlds. Yeah, it looks like Worlds. So he got 33 points, 32 points, 32 points, 32.33 unit 3. I think that's right. Yeah, I can beat that. So, I mean, that'd be cool. Interesting goal to go for, maybe. That can be just like a fun goal that I don't need to stress myself out about too much. It's a little tough, though. I mean, even when you're attempting 42 cubes, I feel like, man, if there had been like a second day at PDQ WPI, I could have done another attempt or something. I know that there were, like, it was best of 3, but I was not about to do a 3rd attempt or like I couldn't have after the attempts I did, but I wasn't about to do one like between the 2 attempts I did. But that, if there had been like an extra day or something, or if I could have done one after that, that would have been a good comp to do it for sure. Okay, I'm always awkward about any streams and like say thanks for watching and goodbye like 10 times, but how hard was it to get my memo to this point? Like speed-wise, you mean? I mean, I always felt like it was never considered it like hard work because I always enjoyed pushing my memo and doing bigger attempts and stuff. Um, but if I were to say like if I guess if you consider doing bigger attempts and bigger attempts work, which to some extent is like it was. I mean, it was probably like doing 3 attempts, 4 attempts a week, generally like over an hour attempts to try to push it down. And so, I mean, I guess you'd consider it however hard that work is in that sense. But I don't know, like I said, I always enjoyed doing it. And I'm looking forward to kind of practicing like that again after I don't have to worry about comps. It would be kind of interesting for me to look at how long it took because I feel like my memo hasn't improved in a long time now. I've hit a bit of a wall with it. Like if you look at some of the, I mean, obviously I took a long break, but if you look at some of the attempts that I did like a year ago, they had about the same memo speed that I have now, which is a little discouraging. I guess you can kind of look at some of my videos before that to get a sense of the improvement time or speed. Hope that answers the question. I don't know. But, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, probably tomorrow or the next day, like I said. Yeah, see you then.